Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. As a general rule, some people think of life as a random event that happens to them. John is one of those people. He is the victim of his own actions. But for him, it's always someone else's fault when something goes wrong. For people like John, it's not their fault if they don't grow in their careers. The environment is to blame. It's never their fault when a project fails, if their team falls short, or if the final result does not quite live up to expectations. It's not uncommon for folks like this to just respond to things as they happen. Default is their way of life. Shelley, on the other hand, will jump straight into any scenario and seize the initiative. For people like Shelley, in the end, no matter what happens, they take responsibility. When things go wrong, they are the first to admit their mistakes, if any, and confess where they went wrong. They wake up with intention, they're clear on their goals, they know what has to be done. These people are prepared to go through the steps necessary to achieve success because they understand that each action is a stepping stone to a greater goal. These folks are not ready to settle for anything less than the life they desire to lead. They are a product of their environment. Now, if you're not careful, you will fall into the trap of living by default like John. It's a fact of life. I need to lose 20 pounds, people think, while munching away on a pound of fried potatoes in front of them. I really should get up earlier, people think, as they binge watch Netflix till 1 a.m. Then they click the snooze button 5 times at 5 a.m. When people aspire to change their jobs, they say, I'm dissatisfied with my job, but they don't do anything to make a change in their way of life. Instead, they just wait for something to happen on its own. How do you go about designing your life like Shelley instead of letting it happen to you like John does? Number 1, put your chief aim or main purpose on paper. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich inspired me to use this strategy. He emphasizes the necessity of writing your goals and reading them out loud to yourself, as well as writing them down every morning and night. Creating a definite chief aim for yourself supercharges goal-setting success. Aligning with a major purpose gives you clarity. When you have a definite major purpose, you clearly see whether each action is moving you towards or away from your desire. It creates a laser-like focus in your attempts. But without a specific purpose in life, it is difficult to harness the power of your mind and attract the things you desire. All success begins with definiteness of purpose, with a clear picture in your mind of precisely what you want in life. So my friends, set your mind on a definite goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. For example, Bruce Lee had a chief aim or purpose. This is what it was. I, Bruce Lee, will be the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the United States. In return, I will give the most exciting performances and render the best of quality in the capacity of an actor. Starting 1970, I will achieve world fame, and from then onward till the end of 1980, I will have in my possession $10 million. I will live the way I please and achieve inner harmony and happiness. Look how specific he was about his career, financial goal, harmony and happiness. It was very well rounded. It was not just money, he was thinking about his whole life. So, put your chief aim on paper. Try it for a month and you will see the difference. What you're working on is firmly established in your mind and attracts the resources you need to make it happen. Individuals who follow design principles tend to associate with other people who follow similar principles. You should be selective in who you associate with. As the saying goes, you are a mirror of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The people in your life should be connected with your own values and ideas. Ideally, you want individuals who are a bit ahead of you so that they can push you to reach your full potential. Next, accomplish what you set out to do. Everyone has a goal in mind. New Year's resolutions are the worst or finest example of this. Setting goals is simple, but achieving them is a far more challenging task. The habit of establishing and attaining objectives is a hallmark of those who follow the design way of life, like Bruce Lee. Regardless of how big or small the project, they set targets and monitor their progress. They have a sense of when the objective has been met. they're able to achieve even greater heights because of their dedication and perseverance in the face of challenges. You shouldn't be afraid to take a different path. Given how uncommon it is to lead a life of design, it is easy to fall back on the comforts of the status quo, and this is the most challenging aspect, according to me. You must be willing to let go of people and circumstances that no longer support your default way of thinking, because there is a need for change if you want to design your life. Initially, you'll face resistance. Everyone will tell you that you're incorrect. Everyone will think you're crazy if you're around them. All of them will chime in at some time, and they will all come back to the same conclusion. Everyone who comes into contact with you will be curious as to how you achieved what you have. In order to do this, you must also cultivate self-discipline to fully design your life and your success. This is critical since saying no is the most difficult part of life design. You have to say no 100 times more than you say yes in order to reach your goals. You must have a strong sense of self-awareness and discipline if you are to remain obsessively faithful to yourself and your objective. The easiest way to put this into reality is to establish daily routines and systems that you will not compromise for anybody or anything. These behaviors are so much more than just activities in themselves. The exercise rapidly transforms into a chance to polish your disciplinary skills. Let's use the example of working out. Gym time doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. Every single day you make a promise to yourself and others that you will not compromise on your commitment to your own time, and that is why this practice is so critical. Your time is precious at the end of the day, so take care of it. Make the most of the chances. You get to work on your self-control. Choose how you live like Shelley does and not how John does. Design your life and don't let it happen by a chance. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. See you in my next video.